Hey everyone, it's Jennifer Sanchez. I am going live from a podcasting pod from Illinois Media School. And today I was honored to be the commencement speaker for their graduation ceremony. And I was loving the space. So just wanted to jump on here, show off this cute pod that's at the entrance. I'm over here by Washington on I think it's Washington and State Street. Hey Angel, I see that you're on with me, but I'm super excited because I met so many awesome students and graduates, podcasters and live streamers and media people, and I met Boss Lady and I met, Tilo. Awesome. Thank you so much for inviting me to be a speaker for you guys for the graduation. So I wanted to jump on because I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. I forgot to take videos of the pods. Hey Angel, but this is an example of what their media pod or their pod looks like, right? And here, let me see. Look, I can stand up in this. So see, you see this? I'm doing a little 360 here. But and they don't have clearly they don't have it's just like a nice little seating area here. But I graduated from Illinois Media School back in 2017. Thank you so much, Angel. So I was just like, of course, I've stayed connected with the school for so long. Tony Tilo Lopez was my instructor and a good friend of mine. And I'm constantly utilizing their equipment because I'm a graduate and alumni from there. So I wanted to make sure that, they plugged with my people. Tony's my guy. So every time I need camera equipment for my show, or anytime I need something, or I need space, or I need interns, right? I reach out to Tony and he usually hooks it up with the right people. But I've never been to the Chicago campus. I'm usually out at the O'Hare, and before they used to be out in Lombard. And I'm just loving this pod here. This is super cute. So I wanted to show it off. But again, one of the things that I wanted to jump on here and kind of say was what I shared with the students. So, I know I do motivational speaking. I love to motivate people. I love to inspire people. I guess that's the God in me or the Aquarian in me or whatever you want to call it in me. But it's basically just something that I naturally enjoy doing, is inspiring, encouraging, motivating, right? Because at the end of the day, like, life sucks and a lot of people struggle in life. So why not be that person that can motivate and push people, even if what you say hurts their feelings? Because I am okay with hurting people's feelings if it makes sense and that it's going to help them grow, right? I don't want to baby people either. But when I was, in front of the students today, and I'm seeing them, and I remember when I graduated. So I went to UIC for my undergrad, but then I also went to media school because I wanted these skills. Like I said, I wanted to be, at that time I was doing like more social media marketing, social media management for small businesses. I had a business where I would do that for entrepreneurs. I would post and manage, their accounts. And I was kind of like, okay, you know what? I need more skills, because I know at that time in 2017, video was becoming a thing. And I was like, bye. These are the guys that I just met. Thank you. Bye. So these guys here were a lot of the instructors, and they were there in the graduation ceremony as well. So it was nice to meet a lot of cool people here, and they all felt like family. But like I was saying, right? I was doing social media marketing at that time. I had a lot of clients at that time that I was managing their accounts. And I was like, okay, what can I do now, right, to become better for small businesses? What skills can I acquire, right? Especially at that time, I think I just got laid off and I was starting that business at that time. And I was like, what can I do to become, more, more marketable, I should say, right, as a person. In that time, again, 2017. So I must have been like, maybe I was 30 at that time, maybe. I can't do the math. So if right now I'm 38 and it was 2017, someone do the math for me. But I can't, I'm not thinking on top of my head right now. So I was like, let me just go to Illinois Media School. It just made sense to come to their program because they had radio, TV broadcasting. They showed me how to use camera equipment. They showed me how to live stream, lower thirds. Like, I know Adobe Photoshop. I know Adobe Premiere. I know some Adobe Effects, right? I know Adobe Audition. So I know a lot of these softwares that people can use to edit, right? I'm good at editing. Now, do I use it all the time? No. Is it easier to use CapCut? Yes. Is it easier to use Restream and, to use lower thirds? Yes. There's other softwares that make your life a lot easier. But if I really wanted to, I can definitely edit. I used to do a lot of subcontracting for marketing agencies like JJR Marketing, L3 Agency. Prior to, I used to work for other marketing agencies, but I did a lot of that type of stuff for marketing companies, and I was a subcontractor for them. So now, 8 years ahead, it's kind of cool to look back and be like, wow, like, this is the school that I attended. This is where I got a lot of my skills. And honestly, I'm going to give this school credit. This is where I learned my public speaking, y'all. Like, this is where I got comfortable with the camera, because I will never forget the first time I went live was while I was in that program. And I remember scared as hell. I remember I wanted to go live. It's probably still in my Facebook group, my women's Facebook group that some of you guys are in. And I remember just going live and being mortified going live at that time. I was just like, but I had to push myself because I knew the path that I was on was to be a public speaker. I knew the path that I was on was to run an organization. I knew that I wanted to be in media. So I said, okay, let me challenge myself and go live. And that is exactly how I became the public speaker that I am. I'm comfortable with the camera now. I'm comfortable on stage. And it was funny because even Tilo kind of joked around, because when I was doing my commencement speech today to the students, they had it on the pole, right? They had the mic on the pole, and there was like a table on it. It was like the podium, right? And I was like, can I like pull this mic off, and do my thing? So it was funny because the guys that you just saw, they came and they unhooked it for me. And Tilo was like, Tilo Lopez was like, that's how you know she's a speaker, y'all, because she does the side thing. She needs the mic in her hand. She needs to be able to move. That's how you know someone's a public speaker, when they're comfortable with the camera, they're comfortable with an audience, they're comfortable with the mic, and they know how to move around on stage and have stage presence. Because really, a good public speaker has to have good stage presence. And to know how to use the stage correctly, you have to be able to walk the stage. And I just love it. I love it. So when I was up there and I was talking to the students, one of the things that I said is, hey, man, at the end of the day, no one can steal your skills, right? At the end of the day, you're acquiring, specifically, I'm speaking to media graduates, media students. At the end of the day, people can talk about you. They can throw dirt on your name. They can do all these things to you, but no one can take away the skills and the integrity and what made you you. So that's what I'm sharing today on this video, because at the end of the day, each and every one of us has been designed by God, right, to create a specific task, to accomplish something on this earth, to do something powerful. Whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. But I truly believe everyone's planted on this earth for a reason, for a purpose, for a season, for to do something, right? And I was just like, you know what? At the end of the day, like, nobody can take away my skills. Just like you, Angel, I see you hearting it. No one can take away Angel's skills. No one can take Diana's skills. Anyone that's watching, if you have these skills that nobody can take away. And I've said this in other videos before, like, you've been created the way you've been created by God or by whatever you believe in. And no one can take that away from you. So at the end of the day, like, yeah, I learned all these media skills. I told them, right? I was here. I learned how to podcast like you guys. I learned how to use the Photoshop, but nobody can take away my swag. Nobody can take away my skills. Nobody can do, at the end of the day, I can take what I know. I could take my gifts, take my skills, and do something amazing with it somewhere else, right? And I think we don't give enough credit to us to understand that we have these abilities and these skills. And that's what I really wanted to drive home with these students, like, you have these abilities that no one at the end of the day will be able to take away from you. And then anyone here, like if you're a coach, if you're in real estate, you have these skills. If even if you're a baker, right? Or whatever you are, you have these skills that nobody and their mama can take away from you. Exactly, Angel. She said, we each have gifts. We are all unique in our own way. And that's what makes you, you, and that's what makes you special, right? So for me, it's like at the end of the day, like, I don't need to work in media to utilize these media skills that I have. I can use it right here, right? I'm versatile. I could use it in any industry, really. As long as you understand how to utilize media correctly, you're more powerful, right? And whatever skill you might have. But I hope I really inspire these students. And some of them came up to me and they told me, they were like, oh, we were so inspired by you. And I told them straight up, and you guys are going to appreciate what I told them. I said, and if you fail and if you don't do anything after this graduation ceremony, it's all on you. You are the reason why you failed. No, because right now, right here, you guys graduate with all these skills, all these abilities, right? You have all these resources. I mean, I'm still connected to this school because I know how much they provide value to me, my life, and my businesses. I can take camera equipment when I need, right? They'll support me when I need them. So if you are not successful after this program, that all falls on you. And that goes with anything in life. You are the one that chooses to get into a program, whether it's real estate, whether it's investing, whether it's culinary, doesn't matter what degree, you have that. Now you take it, you got to do something with it. You need to multiply it. You need to make it grow. You need to make do with it. But if you don't make do with it, that falls all on you, right? So I hope that this encourages, and I know that it's hard out here, man. I know, trust me, I know it's not easy. But if you have these skills and these abilities, take advantage of them and use them to your best of your abilities. Like, be the best baker, right? I'm using Angel because Angel's on with me. Be the best baker, be the best podcaster, be the best media person, be the best realtor, be the best whatever the heck you want to be the best investor. But you have to choose to be that. You have to believe in yourself enough that you're going to say, yeah, I can do this. Yes, I have no issue doing that. So, take what you got and roll with it and make money with it. There's nothing wrong with that. See how you can leverage your abilities to make you money, to give you the life that you desire. And with all this being said, I need to make sure that I share, right? I got, one thing that I'm going to do for my ladies is I'm going to put together a self-love challenge. I'm super excited about this. You guys know I do networking events, co-ed networking events. I do co-ed boot camps. I do co-ed masterminds, but I also have a heart for my ladies and women and empowering women. And I want to see women succeed. So I'm going to be doing a self-love challenge for the ladies. And the reason why I'm doing this self-love challenge is, one, yes, it's February and it's the love month, however, the stores and commercial, what is it? Whatever, you guys get what I'm saying. Like, maybe the stores are the ones that push, Valentine's Day more, but at the end of the day, it's still the love month. Don't take that away from me, right? So I said, why not, right? Why not really understand what self-love means? And I know you're heavy on it, Angel, I know. But what do I mean by like self-love, right? I think one of the things that not everybody, but, a lot of people tend to do is that they don't put themselves first, right? They tend to cater to everybody else. And they tend not to fall in love with themselves. And I think that I'm in a season that I love myself. I love myself from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. Whether it sounds like a vain thing or a narcissistic thing, that's not my concern. I love myself because I've for so long have put myself last and put myself behind everybody that I'm going to be like, no, you know what? I'm putting myself first. So I'm putting together this self-love challenge for women. It's 3 days. It's going to be in my private Facebook group. So I'm super excited. And then, of course, The reason why I'm doing this because it's in honor of Valentine's Day. There's some ladies out here that don't got a Valentine's. That's okay. Love yourself. Take yourself out. Take yourself out for coffee. Take yourself out, to love on yourself. Like that, you don't need nobody to take you anywhere. Like, look, I go to the movie theaters by myself. I go to eat dinner by myself. I enjoy my time by myself. I'll go to the beach by myself. And I've learned to really love my alone time because I know that deep down, if I can love my alone time and really, really love on me, I'm talking about like working out, eating healthy. Mind you, sometimes I don't, I get it, but try to the best of my abilities to always take care of myself. It's going to show and reflect to other people. Other people are going to see it. So this self-love challenge, it took me a long time to love myself, but I love myself now. Glory to God. Amen. Right? And I think no one teaches you that. No one says, hey, you know what? You should be loving on yourself. That's not a language that people share. So I'm super excited because I really want to motivate women to love themselves. It's a self-love challenge. It's a new challenge that I'm putting together for 3 days in my private Facebook community for women. And then, of course, I need to make sure that I notify you. I have a Finding Your Purpose Through Self-Love workshop at the end of the month at the Eco Shop on 63rd and I want to say Pulaski, 3300 West 63rd Street. The end of the month, I'll be doing a Finding Your Purpose Through Self-Love, workshop at the end of the month on 63rd and by Pulaski over there at the Eco Shop with Jeanette Artiega. I'll be partnering up with her for that workshop. So I want to make sure that you guys come out, ladies, right, for the workshop for women. Join the self-love challenge because sometimes, it's difficult, especially it's difficult out here for a pimp. No, I'm just playing. It's difficult out here to really pour into yourself and love on yourself as a woman. So I'm going to put this challenge together. And then, of course, finally, I want to make sure I share. I'm recruiting. So every year I put together my cohort for women, where it's a 12-week coaching program that I do. I've been doing this since 2018. I've graduated maybe about 70 women so far. I want to say about 60 to 70 women I've graduated just west of Kedzie. Thank you, Angel. I wasn't sure. And Angel is saying right here, I'm hosting a cake decorating event, and some women said they don't have a Valentine. I said, you can be your own Valentine. Exactly. Like if you are single, take advantage of that singleness, and love yourself while you're single. There's nothing wrong with that. I enjoy my singleness. And I was married for 18 years. So I enjoy my singleness. So I'm there with you, Angel. But definitely at the end of the month, I have a workshop for women. I have a self-love challenge. It's going to be the 12, 13, and 14 of next week. So make sure you guys sign up. You'll start seeing advertising for that. And then I'm looking for 10 ladies to work with on my signature program. There ain't nothing out here like that, all right? I'm letting you know right now. I got a program that I put together in 2018 that has been specifically designed to provide a foundation for women in the sense of knowing what you want in life and knowing how to get it. So typically women that join my coaching program are two type of women. It's a woman that is all over the place, doesn't know what the hell she's doing, or she does know what she's doing, but she's not clear on it. Okay. So usually in my 12-week coaching program, I get very high achieving women that are doing so many things, right? And they're all over the place. They're not sure what they want to do, but they're just trying to take over the world, right? I have women that have taken my program and that are that avatar. And then I also have women who are just like, I do not know anything about what I want to do. I don't even know confidence. They're kind of just like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. So I've had both, just women that don't know what they want to do, and I work with them in discovering what exactly it is that you are planted here on earth for, help you with your confidence, help you with assertiveness, right? Help you with boundaries, and I help women with conflict resolution, right? Because y'all know that I got no problem dealing with people. I got no problem, confronting people in a very healthy way. but maybe. No, I'm just playing. I'm just probably not. But you know, you guys know what I'm saying. I'm just joking around. But I put together a conflict resolution workshop for years, boundaries, you know, forgiveness, goal setting, you know, setting your priorities, you know, knowing who you are, right? Really understanding who you are as a person. So I'm putting together this workshop for women. I mean, this 12-week coaching program, I've been doing it for years, and I'm recruiting now. I'm looking for 10 ladies. So again, if you're that woman that's all over the place, you're a high achiever, you're just really trying to figure out like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why am I all over the place? Or you're just a woman that's kind of like, I know there's more out there for me. I just don't know how to get it. That's what this program is for. It's designed for women in that time management, goals, right? I do all of that stuff with the ladies, and then accountability is a must. So I'm promoting all of that. And again, shout out to Illinois Media School for having me as their speaker today for their graduation ceremony. It was truly an honor. So thank you, Tilo, for inviting me. And that's it, guys. God bless you guys, and keep an eye out for all my advertising. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.